Hello friends! Today, we're out on beautiful Canadarago Lake in upstate New York. It's become something of a home base for me and my boat, mostly because it's pretty close to my house and I don't currently like to travel too far from Otto in the unlikely event that something happens. Also, there's a restaurant here and it's pretty good. That doesn't hurt. Today, we're going to go explore Diwango Island. It's the only remaining island here on Canadarago Lake. There used to be a second island named Loon Island, but it actually sank in 1816, and no one's really sure exactly what happened. Now it's just a shallow spot off the shore of Baker's Beach. Alright, we're going to take off and head over to the island now. The name Diwango comes from the Oneida Iroquois word meaning place of hearing, because of the distinct echo that was noticeable on the island back when its shoreline was still lined with trees. Then at some point, a bunch of them were cut down and the echo faded. Yet another thing that we've ruined. Diwango is currently a protected island that is open to the public, so if you decide to visit, please don't leave behind any trash, and leave the island nicer than you found it. Last time I came here, I stepped into the water barefoot and sliced up the bottom of my foot pretty badly on a zebra mussel. So I'll be sure to keep my sandals on this time. Pretty nice here. I haven't actually stepped foot on the island in a while. Carry in, carry out. Such a beautiful day today. If you can tell, it's also really hot. So a lot more busy than I expected for Monday, but don't get a lot of beautiful days up here these days. Take advantage when you can. It's getting harder and harder to make it out to the boat this summer. I'm giving the whole stay-at-home parent thing a try right now, which means most of my day is spent chasing Otto around, who just started to crawl, trying to squeeze in some freelance work during naps, and counting down the minutes until my wife gets home. Since Otto's still too little to be on the boat without someone holding him the whole time, I've got to wait until there's another adult around before I can head to the lake. Most days, that means I'm not here until around 6 p.m., if I'm lucky enough to make it out at all. As much as I love being on the boat, I find myself missing my family quickly after I get here. I do my best to stay present and to keep my head where my feet are, but it's hard not to drift. Part of me always wanders back home, wondering how they're doing. My wife Winsome has been incredibly supportive through all of this. She knows how much being out here helps me recharge. She only asks that I make it home before bedtime. Usually, that's not a problem. But when you're out here filming a video, it's a little easier to lose track of time. So, Otto had a pretty late bedtime tonight. Oops. But I think the footage was worth it. I hope so, at least. I always still feel somewhat awkward recording around other people, especially talking, but even having camera equipment out. There's definitely a few guys over there fishing, probably laughing at me, but what can you do? The video must happen. I am really hot. I'm sweating a lot. I think we've kind of seen all we're gonna see out here. I think I'm ready to get back in the boat, find a spot to go for a swim, cool off a little. Really hasn't been a lot of opportunity for me to go for swims this year. It's later than I normally am out here, but as I've already said, Winsome is super supportive. Though the weather was hotter than I would have liked, exploring Diwango Island was a nice change of pace from just zipping around the lake by myself. It reminded me a little bit of being a kid and pulling up to the shore of Dollar Island and Otter Lake and letting the day slow down just for a minute. Back when days felt as long as years, and nothing was more exciting than being on the lake. We'll probably never be able to afford a lake house like the one I had growing up, but I'm still excited to share whatever I can of that life with Otto as he grows. To watch him fall in love with the water the way I did, and maybe, just maybe, get to experience it all again for the first time through his eyes. I'm gonna toss anchor and go for a swim. I'm sorry I'm not as handsome or in shape as other boat tubers like Brandon Gross. I mean, just look at him. That's a handsome man. I'd like to say I'm working on it, but I don't want to lie to you. I have not jumped in the lake nearly enough times this year. It's really good to be back in. It's so hot. Whew. Also a little hard to swim with only one hand. Thanks for coming along. I know it wasn't the most exciting adventure, just a quiet ride to a small island that didn't sink. But sometimes, a quiet Monday night ride is enough. See you soon, friends. Oh boy. That might be some record boat hair. Oh, my wife is going to be so mean to me when she sees this.